So we think of a quarterback competition day one and getting back out there.
It's good to see him back out there. We'll have a plan, a maintenance plan for him, as you guys will see. We wanted him to get all the team reps, so you might not see him throw some individual reps every single day. So we're working him back into that deal, and just with the way the reps are going to play out, those guys are going to get the same amount of reps, just like you saw today. It'll flip. They both get reps with the ones every day, just because we have third down day, and we don't want one guy to get all the reps with third downs, and then same thing with red zone. So you'll see that back and forth.
I'm sure he's throwing the ball fine, but what was the feedback on the shoulder and what he feels and what the doctors say?
He did a great job over the summer. Physically and mentally, he feels really good. So that was a good sign. Obviously, to have him out here day one is huge for us. So it's really good.
Shane, what will you look for day to day?
Like I said, I talked to these guys, met with them yesterday, sat down with them, just talked about the consistency of the operation, just moving the football up and down the field. Told those guys to no timetable on this thing, let those guys compete, let the process play out, and we'll go from there.
Do you think Anthony has any ground to make up because he got shut down so early in the spring?
That's a good question. I think he got the mental reps there in the spring, but again, I think obviously we got to get the reps going here in training camp. So obviously a lot of urgency at that position and all positions.
How have you seen Anthony embrace the competition with Daniel?
He's been phenomenal. Mentally, all those things, the conversations that me and him have had, he's been really good with the whole situation.
I know it's early day one, but when we see Justin Whaley out there with the ones, what does that tell us?
Well, he's a pretty damn good player. He did some really good things in the spring, so he's going to compete, at that spot, and so that's why you saw him out there.
What about Austin and GK, linebacker?
Yeah, he did a good job. Obviously, Z's getting ramped back into this thing, so he's getting some good reps. Obviously, he made a play out there today, but he's been improving every single year, so excited to see where that goes.
So you just chalk up your drops to day one?
Yeah, day one, we got to knock the rust off. Obviously, we got to clean those up. We got to catch the football, and we will get those cleaned up.
Shares more than team activities. What was your impression of him? I see the smirk on your face.
Very impressed. Great signing by Chris to get him on this football team. You saw how sticky he was in the plays he made. I don't know how many he made today, but he made a ton. So great to have him out there.
That was kind of part of that tight end rotation today with Mo and Drew. Just where does he need to kind of grow to continue carving out a role there?
I think obviously just getting the reps, in team periods and all this stuff. And obviously when we get the pads on next week, it'll be good. But I like the progress he's made through spring, and then obviously day one, just going through the process.
How similar is the relationship from AR with Daniel? Is it similar to what he had with Joe from Gardner?
Yeah, I think it's similar. I think they're their own people, you know what I mean? But that quarterback room has been really good. There's been a lot of good conversations going on in there, so they ping-pong stuff off each other, so it's been good.
Shane, Chris mentioned this, more physicality goes.
Yeah.
What does that look like to you?
Well, I think as you guys see the practices as we get going here, when the pads come on next week, obviously we have the ramp-up period this week, and then next week when the pads come on, you guys will see some sudden change periods, some long drive drills. We'll have some more situational scrimmage stuff. So it'll be really good. I want to make sure we come out of this thing in tip-top shape come week one is one of the goals for us.
I think also, Chris talked about finishing games late in the season. How do you address that until you get in those situations?
Yeah, I think that comes naturally as we get to those situations. But again, I told the team the other night, the most one-score games in NFL history came down last year. It was last year, so we got to be great in the fourth quarter, and so we got to create our edge in training camp, build the foundation in training camp, mentally and physical toughness is what we're trying to get done.
How important is it for Latu to be getting the amount of reps with the ones that he's really been getting since the spring?
Yeah, I think it's important for all those guys. Obviously, we got some good defensive ends. We got a good rotation going with those guys, but obviously want to see the growth from year one to year two, see that jump with him, and he's been working his tail off, so excited about that.
Are you seeing a little more decisiveness from Anthony?
Yeah, it was day one, but yeah, we'll see how this thing goes. But he did a good job today. Obviously, he's been in the system now going into year three, so that definitely helps. But I thought he did some good things today.
Do you feel like being year three, you have a better handle on what he likes, what he doesn't like? Because I know it's some of that's been interrupted by injury and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think so. I think obviously we've known each other, a lot better going into year three. So obviously we have those conversations and we talk about it obviously in the staff room with Cam and Jim Bob, and we go through all our operation and obviously going into a game week, it's like, hey, what do you like? If he doesn't like something, obviously we'll take it out because the quarterback's doing it.
How would you assess the way Daniel Jones performed today, and also just him seeing the draft go?
Yeah, I thought he did some good things too. Obviously it's day one for both of those guys, but we just want to see the progression of getting better every single day as we go through this thing.
It's Jim Mercy Day. How special?
Very special. you know, meant a lot to this organization, this city, the person he was, phenomenal person. Obviously, you know, Carly and Kaylin and Casey got to speak to the team yesterday in the team meeting, which was awesome to hear them speak and address the team. So obviously, big year for the Colts and, you know, representing for the boss.
Two more.
You say you guys are creating more of a mental edge. How do you go about that?
I think it's putting them in those situations, like I talked about, the sudden change stuff, playing complementary football. You know, obviously we get a turnover on defense, like we got to go do something on offense with it and vice versa. So putting them in those situations mentally, you know, so when it comes up in the game, we've practiced it, we've repped it, and we've been there.
What have you seen from Lou running this defense?
It's good. A multiple scheme, sticky in coverage on the back end. He'll do a lot of different things as we get going in camp, which will be good for our offense too, to make us better. So excited about what he's got going over there.
Chris mentioned that last one expects this to be a more physical camp.
Yeah.
So, I guess what's that look like for you? How do you bring that out a little bit?
Yeah, I think I just hit that a little bit. Just obviously with the long drive drills, the sudden change stuff, practices, the night practices we're having, the physicalness of it, the intensity that we got to bring every single day.
All right. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you guys. Yeah.